This week on Dingus versus Wild! Dingus is live on location in Coral Bay. Now, tiger sharks, that sounds pretty scary, Tom. Tom Cannon, shark conservationist and the founder of Protect What You Love, dropped by the trailer park, and Dingus and Tom talk about their work to end frivolous shark killing in Western Australia. Then, Dingus, Tom, and a swashbuckling crew of gurus set sail, hoping to find some tiger sharks that want to go swimming with us. All that and more this week on Dingus versus Wild. Welcome to another episode of Dingus versus Wild. My guest today is the proud owner of Protect What You Love, an underwater photography guru and marine conservation hero. And he is finally realizing his ultimate goal in life, being guest on Dingus versus Wild. Tom Cannon, everyone. Tom, welcome to the show, mate.
Absolute pleasure.
So proud to have you. So proud to have you live on location here in Coral Bay, on our Coral Bay set of Dingus versus Wild.
Thank you very much. It's an absolute honour. I mean, this is my house at the end of the day. You have set up your studio here, so I didn't have much choice, but thank you very much for having me at my own house.
So you live here?
Well, yeah, most of the time.
Well, doesn't the sound of the studio audience applauding and laughing consistently just keep you up at night?
It's like white noise now. Get used to it, really.
You get used to it,
they're
right?
always applauding, so it's pretty, get pretty used to it.
I mean, it's a wonder you don't have more of an ego, really.
Yeah.
So welcome on the show, Tom. How would you like an ice-cold, smooth and refreshing international roast?
That's beautiful. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. How many scoops we got in there?
Be about 47 on that.
47,
yeah.
Perfect.
We like to keep a bit caffeinated here on the show.
That's good. I'm feeling a little bit drowsy this afternoon, so this is perfect.
Well, we had a big day, did we not?
We did have a big day today.
For those of you at home just tuning in, Tom Cannon, the owner of Protect What You Love, absolute underwater photography lord and lord of all things marine conservation, and we actually bonded recently after some kind of devastating things that I witnessed in the Busselton Jetty and shared.
Yeah, heartbreaking. Yeah, I saw you up on Instagram sharing that, and I've seen your show. It's an internationally famous show, so I've seen it all out there before, and then see you in Busselton covering that, and it was heartbreaking to see.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of yours. Your photos have always been inspiring to me as a photographer, and man, it's great the stuff you guys are doing with Protect What You Love. But what really made me a huge Tom Cannon fan was how nice of a message you sent me when I was kind of pushing for this petition to expand the Busselton Jetty Marine Sanctuary and to end shark fishing on the jetty. Yeah, I got like such a nice message from you, and got really inspiring, very heartfelt. A voice message, because that's what Tom Cannon does.
I love a
Doesn't
voice
like
note.
the text.
I can't, I get sore thumbs, so voice notes are my thing. But honestly, it's from the heart, fully deserved. Everything you're doing, we need more people like you in this world, mate. So very glad that you've made your way over to Australia and are protecting Australian marine life. So thank you so much.
Oh man, well it's a team effort for sure. And I brought a copy of the Busselton Dunsborough Times, in which the shark article appeared for the first time. So yeah, this is the tiger shark that was slain on the Busselton Jetty. And as you can see, they didn't take its meat, they didn't take anything like that. And the culture down there, and Australia-wide really just kind of needs to change. Just stop seeing sharks as enemies. If you're killing a shark, you're not taking its meat. Best I can guess is these guys were just trying to protect the community. I hear that line quite a lot. So.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
it's heartbreaking, and completely misunderstanding their role in nature and on this planet. Sharks, we need sharks, so it's really hard to see when they're treated like that.
Absolutely. And you were kind enough to invite me up to Coral Bay. You said, you want to see a tiger shark alive? Come to Coral Bay, we see them every day.
Yeah, that's it.
And that was my biggest thing. Is my first scuba dive with a tiger shark was with a dead one. So it was like devastating. I want to see these things in their natural movements.
Yeah, wanted to change that big time for you and bring you out here, and we are lucky we see a lot of tiger sharks here. So yeah, we had a pretty good day today, didn't we?
Man, amazing. But before we get to that, love to talk a bit more about your company, Protect What You Love, and what you're doing up here.
Yeah, thank you. So we actually started Protect What You Love because of tiger sharks. A few of us that used to work as photographers on the reef, we had a passion for sharks, and myself personally, I used to be pretty scared of sharks too. Didn't really understand them very much, and got introduced to swimming with tiger sharks here in Coral Bay by someone that was very experienced in the water and put us in with a tiger one day and told us how to react and how to behave. And ever since then, I've got quite a few hours swimming with them and learned that they're not the animal that we thought they were. As you grow up, you're kind of taught to fear bull sharks, tiger sharks, and great whites. And tiger sharks are not what we thought they were.
Man, tiger and shark in the same name. Whoever named them definitely wanted us to be scared of them.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And yeah, I think Protect What You Love was based basically on trying to raise awareness for something that we love, hence the name, Protect What You Love.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty clear message that we put on the back of our shirts, and it's slowly grown out from there. So we're raising awareness for whale sharks as well now, and soon to be moving into some new campaigns as well. We're going to be releasing different shirts every 3 months or so with a new campaign, a new message, and that shirt's only going to be available for that amount of time. So we encourage people to get around it, and we're going to be donating a chunk of money from those sales to a conservation of our choice. Actually, funnily enough, I did plant a tree of shirts in the background here, and I've bought you a shirt today.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, so this is one of our last ones that have been printed for you. It is a whale shark in the faded blue.
Man, I swim with whale sharks. That's what I do.
Nothing on the back, actually.
Wow, wow, look at this. The back bit is the best, huh? Wow, amazing. Man, I love it. And, whale sharks are very special to me, so. Wow, I absolutely love it, Tom. Thank you so much.
Like you do, mate.
Oh, I wish I would have got you something. Oh, way! Wow, look at that one.
President Dingus as well.
Yeah, you're one of the few people who have one. Man. And, man, Dingus versus Wild shirts. Eco-friendly material potentially, and no, still nothing on the back. You're great. I see me and you both went cheapo on the back. That's great. And actually, I like to give back as well. Proceeds, some of the proceeds from these guys are going to our friends at Conservation Diver and Daughters of the Deep.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic.
And they can be found on the Conservation Diver website, where you can find Daughters of the Deep t-shirts and all that stuff as well. And support those guys.
Yeah, one of those links as well.
Yeah, well, so yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, man, thanks for inviting me up here. As I said, I've always wanted to swim with a live tiger shark, and up here in Coral Bay has it's known very well for swimming with tiger sharks, which is a crazy thing for people to come here to do. Maybe potentially even people going on tour without heaps of experience in the water, right?
It's crazy, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, well, I don't like to advocate swimming with tigers if you're not experienced in the water.
Yeah.
It's not to say that people don't do it.
There's a culture around it in Coral Bay around swimming with tiger sharks. So
yeah.
What would you say about? Do you think it's problematic that we're putting snorkelers in the water, like on tours and things like that?
It's really, to try and be political, it's really hard because I'd rather people swim with tiger sharks than not. Than kill them and pull them up the jetty.
Absolutely.
But in saying that, if you're jumping in the water with an apex predator, you've always got to be willing to understand that is an apex predator, and you have to respect the fact that it might see you as prey.
Yeah.
And as I say, it's very, very uncommon that these instances do happen. But they do. Every now and then you do have to swim towards the shark and let it know that you're not prey or you don't want to be eaten today at least,
Yeah.
But if you're not experienced in the water and you're not good with sharks, or you have a bit of fear, don't do it for an adrenaline rush or an Instagram photo. Do it for the right reasons if you're going to get in the water.
Yeah.
The trouble is we all work so hard, like yourself, to protect these animals and give them a good name.
Yeah.
And the moment that someone gets bitten or something goes wrong, or even if they get chased down, they count that as a tiger shark. They speak to the media. And all the work that we're doing here on the ground to protect sharks together, it gets blown out of proportion in the media. And, the people that don't understand them, like us before we got here,
Yeah.
they start thinking, well, I don't want to be anywhere near the Ningaloo Reef where there's tiger sharks. And that's not what we want. We want to protect this place and have people loving it. But yeah, we're a bit of a tiger haven in here in Coral Bay. There's a sandy, flat area outside of Coral Bay that's abundant with life. There's lots of loggerhead turtles, which tigers like very much. Green turtles as well, and heaps of stingrays and stuff on the bottom for them to look around for. So heaps of food for them here, and they do tend to keep coming back as well. I don't doubt that fishermen also probably throw out fish guts and things like that, which might keep them in the area too, which is not ideal, but yeah.
Tiger sharks have a reputation for being a bit aggressive, I would say. Like, some people at least think that.
Yeah.
So what makes them chill here? What makes it
I think the reputation is probably more a fear-created reputation than anything. When you sort of spend a bit more time in the water with a tiger shark, you learn to understand they're actually quite lazy hunters. They're not really the sort of animal, unless they think they're onto something, or if another animal's feeding, or there's a dead animal or something like that they can eat. They're not really they're not like a great white. They don't ambush in that sense. So yeah, they're sort of very misunderstood, and their reputation is not what I expected when I started swimming with them. You know, as we found out today, it's really hard to get a swim with a tiger shark that will stick around and hang out with us.
Yeah.
And you know, having our logo at Protect What You Love as a tiger shark, you'd think I'd have countless hours of video and photos, but realistically I don't, because most of the time it's really hard to get a good swim.
Well, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, me and Tom are gonna get in the water with some tiger sharks. Dingus vs. Wild is brought to you in part by Froth Craft Brewery.
Bottomless bar? G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. What can we do for you today?
Oh, I'd like an ice cold, smooth and refreshing Great Northern Super Crisp, please.
Great Northern Super Crisp. Yeah, I'll get you a Great Northern Super Crisp.
Maybe I'll just go with one of Froth Craft Brewery's delicious brewskis.
No worries, we got something fantastic straight out of the brewery. This is really good. The brewer's been working on it for a while. So we've diced up some roadkill. We put that in the mash. We quadruple dry hopped with a hop that we found just in the gutter out the back. It's a mix between a New Macedonian Pale, plus it's got some New England style hops. I think you're really gonna like it. It tastes way better than that Super Crisp stuff, so enjoy. There you go.
Wow! And it's free refills today, right?
Free refills? No.
Well, it said bottomless bar on the sign out front.
No, that's something else.
Froth Craft Brewery, serving up these delicious ice cold, smooth and refreshing brewskis to the Exmouth community since 2017. Almost as good as ice cold, smooth and refreshing Great Northern Super Crisp. The Australian beer that tastes like America, and you can too.
Welcome back to Dingus vs. Wild. Now, Tom, when we went to commercial break, I believe we were about to get in the water with some tiger sharks. Man, I didn't know what to expect today. I've been trying to swim with tiger sharks for years. You know, I've been on the Ningaloo for like 4 years now, and I've jumped in with tiger sharks several times, had a lot of fleeting glimpses, but never had like a really quality experience like I had today. Man, first of all, thank you so much for the hospitality. Tom had organized a whole Guru film crew, a huge, awesome, badass boat, and our skipper Naomi and our Guru photographer Louis were freaking on point, amazing. We steamed out the passage to your secret spot, and then we were off to spotting the tiger shark. This week on Dingus vs. Wild, we got a boat full of gurus here. We're out in Coral Bay, live on location in Coral Bay. We're gonna swim with the tigerest, the stripiest shark in the sea. Now, tiger sharks, that sounds pretty scary, Tom. A tiger is a pretty scary animal. If I saw one in the jungle, I'd be like, ah! And then a shark, some people think they're pretty scary too, but we're shark gurus, so not really. But we're about to swim with a tiger shark. Now, how are we gonna spot these guys? Like, you just kind of look around, huh?
Just look around, look for anything that's shaped like a shark. Big dark shadows on the surface.
Yeah.
Hope it's not coral or seaweed.
But these tiger sharks are like the salmon of Capistrano here. They're everywhere.
So we expect to see a couple today, huh?
Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, just out of Coral Bay, we do expect to see quite a few tiger sharks on the daily, but it is wildlife. Don't know if it's going to be there or not today.
It is wild.
I mean, we got into them pretty quick though. Like, we saw quite a few.
Just here, just here.
Yep.
And we wanted to make sure that it was one that's good to swim with. So now, how do you assess whether or not this is going to be a good tiger shark to swim with?
A few things you do. So you watch it from a distance for as long as you can and see how it's behaving. If it's behaving erratic at all or chasing prey, or if it's feeding, it's a big no-no. Don't get in. They get almost territorial on their feeds and they'll try and bump you off, or
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's that or they're excited and they just see everything as a sort of source of food or whatever happens. But and then you get a little bit closer with the boat, see how it reacts to the boat. If it changes direction at all or continues to change direction, you try and not swim with it, just let it go.
Yeah.
But if you get close and it's nice and chill and you think it's a good one to swim with, get ready and you try and slip in as quietly as you can.
Yeah.
Which we struggle with a bit today off the boat.
Yeah. Well, I thought we were going to do like the coolest balmy winds.
Yeah.
Biggest splash.
We learned the hard way.
Oh, just here.
That's pretty big.
Okay, I'm ready.
I missed it.
I missed it.
I'm gonna go pick him up.
Well, that first shark we tried to drop in on really wasn't feeling it, hey?
The sharks there, they could sense you from a long way away
Yeah.
before you could even see them.
Well, when you look back at the footage, you can see it looks like it actually turned even before we jumped in the water.
Which is incredible, goes to show that they're very good at what they do, sharks.
Yeah.
But Coral Bay is, after all, where the tiger sharks flock like the salmon of Capistrano.
Whoa, the plane's just spotted two.
So it wasn't too long before we spotted another one.
Yep, over here. 3 o'clock.
Now, according to you, the tiger shark spotter expert,
Sharks are always at 17 o'clock
Yeah.
on your starboard port.
Oh God, I wonder if we've got the audio from that, because I was shocking. 3 o'clock was 9 o'clock for most of today. We didn't have an international roast before we went out there. I think that's why I wasn't switched on.
That's it.
port to starboard. Tiger shark boy.
What's going on there?
Now breathe up. I'll dive down on this tiger shark and gonna take a picture of it. Big goals today.
We had a pretty fleeting glimpse, but it didn't really want to play the game. We were fanging and fanging and fanging and fanging, trying to get a look at him, but in the end, we just decided he wasn't gonna play ball. But
Yeah, to be honest, I've never seen anybody swim like you swim before. With the first few swims that we had,
You're
where
like,
you
"Can
and
he
Lou were
swim?"
chasing, I thought they're going to be exhausted after this, but it shows how much you wanted to see a tiger shark today. Because
Oh.
we just kept going.
on, turn me loose. That is a stripy bastard.
What a big shark.
Oh man. But the first one we saw was a really huge one, maybe like what, 3.5 or 4 meters or something like that.
Yeah, we're on TV, so 4.5 if you like.
Oh yeah, so 20-meter tiger shark. Wow. I guess that explains why it was so fast. Talking about me being worn out after that big swim, I was more worried about our cameraman Louie, who had just had a big feed from the bakery and was about to lose his breakfast.
Nice job, boys.
How's that spinach and feta pasty coming up?
Yeah, all right. Better and better.
Louie's a bit wrecked. We've been riding too hard. Our videographer today might need a cup of hot piping international roast.
It's his recovery time.
How's that?
This big swim, yeah. The pie before the bakery was probably not the best choice I made in my life, but regretting it a bit, but it should be alright.
A little spinach and feta spew is going to attract more tiger sharks. Well, we got our first good look at one of them stripy sharks, but on that last drop, it was right below us when we entered the water, and it turned and boosted pretty quick. We just didn't want to turn in our direction, hey?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
So I believe we decided that the next drop, we'd drop a bit farther away from it to avoid spooking it. We ended up trying to do a very long drop way out in front, and so what we did was you guys dropped me and Louie in.
You want me to pass that?
I'm ready. Louie! And then we just kind of waited. You were like, swim right or swim left, but just kind of get in its path and then just see how it reacts, right?
Yeah.
So-
And that was tricky because it was changing direction. It was quite hard to coordinate from the boat. And you get lots of shouts from Naomi and I, go over here, go over there.
All right, clear. In. Yeah, to your left, to your left. Swim that way, swim that way.
You guys were really giving us some really good direction, but yeah, I cooked it. I was looking up out of the water at you, pointing to where to go, and then right when I looked down, I saw its face for like a second, and then it just turned on me. So yeah, it was a bit like that, just playing catch up with those first two.
Yeah.
But then we found the chillest tiger shark on the Ningaloo. We'd had a few decent encounters, but not nearly anything worthy of building an entire episode of a hit fake TV show around. So we were getting pretty desperate for one of those friendly, inquisitive, strappy bastards. And it just so happened that one finally presented itself.
All right, guys. We've got one that's pretty chill over here. Big one.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, port side. Yeah, no, just...
Barely moving.
All right, get ready.
Yep, this is it.
Oh. Super chill.
All right, it's coming this way.
All right, easy.
Slowly.
Me and Louie just slipped in very slowly, not a single splash. But it still made a pretty dramatic turn when we slipped in the water, and we weren't sure we'd be able to catch up with him. That is, until... How long do you reckon we stayed on this shark?
I'm gonna give you a good hour. I reckon.
Good hour
Yeah.
of like non-stop swimming.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, I don't think I've swam that hard in my whole life. Louis is swimming nice and calmly and going actually the same speed. But
I think the passion took over though, mate, and you could see in the endurance and the amount of time you were in there.
man, muscles absolutely burning, on fire. You know, like when I was free diving, I'd free dive down, and like 1 second later, my lungs felt like they were about to burst.
I was shocked to watch it. I think it was they breed them way tougher in the north than down south.
Yeah, way up north in Exmouth.
I'm in line with the stars, I'm in sync with the earth. 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'm a ride for the squad, ladder ties in the hearse. I've been on a vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life.
Man, like the day of Coral Bay, like in my mind, you know, just like beautiful flat water. When swimming along in the sand flats, you feel like you can see for miles. And then it swam through the through the coral and a bit of weed. Swam right by this turtle at one point. I was like, man, if I see some National Geographic stuff right now, it's gonna be epic.
We heard you from the boat. We heard you. Yeah, exactly that. It was great. We didn't know what you'd see.
Yeah, well, man, it like fully bumped into this turtle, and I was like, man, yeah, if it decides to have a feast right now, like, I'm pretty happy to see that.
Yeah, if you're already in with them before they feed, then nothing to do about that. It was insane because we were on the boat coordinating. We obviously didn't want to have everyone in the water at once, so we were staying on, Naomi and I watching, and I thought you'd be done. And then they're like, do you reckon we have time to get our kid on and maybe have a little swim too? And you're still going with this thing, holding on to it.
Yeah, he's over there.
Man, he's been swimming for hours.
Where is he? He's still going. Must be the cold water. Keeps it fast.
I've been waiting literally 4 years to have an experience like that, and trying pretty regularly to do it. So once I got my opportunity, I'm not gonna let this shark go.
And you know what? If you didn't stay with it, I wouldn't have been able to get in and have an experience with it too. And you know,
I'm just here to help you, bro.
yeah, you helped me out. Yeah. In awe of this shark, and the sun rays are coming down and like dancing off its stripes, and it was just like a special moment. And it's super rare for us, even for us that live here and we've got lots of tigers. You know, we don't get opportunities like that very often too, so it was magic.
At one point, I did a dive down, and then it just circled back at me. And then I was just like, oh, well, I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna stay here. And then it fully bumped its nosed my camera lens. It fully bumped into my camera lens.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I guess it goes to show what we were saying before, you know, you've got to be willing to be calm in those situations when they do that, and you were exactly that.
Yeah.
You didn't even say anything for a while.
Oh man, I was.
Day in the office, and it didn't act aggressive at all. It was nice.
No, its mouth was closed. It just was like, this is the tiniest nudge, huh?
The shark doesn't look aggressive at all. Its pec fins are flat. It's not coming in for the kill. It's coming in to give you a kiss, I reckon, mate. Bit of a kiss from the Ningaloo.
Yeah. I kissed goodbye, and then we let it go after that.
Kiss for the Dingus.
What an entry.
Oh, then more this week on Dingus versus Love. Well, man, feel so honored and so lucky to have had such a special day with you, mate. Thank you so much for having me.
Sorry, brother.
Oh, and thanks for, actually, you should thank me for having you because this is my set of Dingus vs. Wild.
Yeah, thank you for having me in
Yeah.
my own home.
No problem. Well, should we have a Great Northern Super Crisp?
I would absolutely love one.
Yeah.
On the International Road.
Great Northern Super Crisp, the Australian beer that tastes like America.
Cheers.
And you can too.
Oh, better when they're warm.
So good warm, huh? And until next time, this has been another episode of Dingus vs. Wild.